Hello, today is Thursday, February 18th, and I wanted to do a quick video that hopefully makes the directions for today's assignment a little bit more clear. When you go to the TPT site and you sign in, you'll see that you have some interactive worksheets that you can type on. I have copied that activity into a Google slide. Since I'm not a student, I can't type on the website like you can. But what I'm going to show you here and what you can do on the site that the link takes you to should be basically the same thing. So over the last couple of days, you guys have had a chance to watch recordings of the textbook information about energy transfer, and you've also done a couple different activities where you had a chance to drag and drop and label the steps of energy transfer or try to give examples of energy transfer. So this first page of the worksheet gives you the type of energy that is happening at each step. And what you have to do here on this page is identify what part of plugging in a lamp and turning it on is the electrical energy. What part of having a lamp turned on is light energy, and then what part is the heat energy. So on your worksheet on the website, you should be able to click on these boxes and type in them. So electrical energy, I know, travels through wires. So travels through wire to lamp. So I think your box on the website will let that fit in there a little bit better. There, if I shrink it down, it does a better job. So that's the electrical part of plugging in a lamp. What part is the light energy? Well, that's the light bulb. So you could say the light bulb turns on. You could say just the light bulb. But the light bulb part of the lamp is the light energy. The heat, as we talked about in the activity from yesterday, older light bulbs, they give off heat. The LED ones don't as much. The compact fluorescent ones don't as much. But the old type of light bulbs we used to use do give off heat. So on this first page, that is what they want you to do. They are telling you that to use a lamp, you have these steps of energy transfer. You have the light. You have the light coming from the bulb, and that's also where the heat comes from. And those are there because of the electrical energy that travels through the wire into the lamp. The next example is a hair dryer. So again, we have something that plugs in. So you would say it travels through the wire to the hair dryer. Mechanical, it's like a fan. There's like propeller blades inside of a hair dryer. Those are going to spin and push the air out. So even though we can't see that the air is made of molecules, it is, propellers coming into contact with air. So it's one thing pushing on another, and that makes it mechanical. And then thermal, obviously, that helps to dry your hair off. So the air that comes out is warm. So that's what you would put for thermal. And then they make a noise. The side pulls in the air around, and the little fan inside spins, and it blows the air out, and that makes a noise. So, the hair dryer blowing would be the sound. The hair dryer blowing warm air would be the thermal. The mechanical is the inside of the hair dryer pushing the air out, and that all comes from the electric energy that's coming through the wire. So that's what they want you to do on this first page. The second page, similar to the first, wants us to identify energy transfer. Here it's a simple energy transfer, just going from one to another. And this time they give us the example and they want us to tell what kind of energy it is. So we've talked a few times about food being a stored potential energy. It is a chemical energy. So you call that chemical, and then someone running is mechanical or kinetic. Either one would work there. So these are just going to be the different types of energy. Those are found in lesson 2 of chapter 4, or on the slideshow from yesterday, or on your word list. Any of those places would be helpful. Okay. The second example, you have a electrical outlet, so that's going to be electrical energy, and then a toaster. I would say thermal or heat first because that's how you make toast. But you could also think about how the bread pop up, and that would be mechanical. So you kind of have to decide what part of the toaster you're talking about there. So again, on these blanks, you should put the type of energy, and they give you the examples in the picture. Here it talks about labeling each type of energy transfer as it flows through a flashlight. They tell you what the parts are, and then it's cut off on this screen, but underneath the battery, you have some white space to type in. We talked before about batteries are a type of chemical energy. So you would type in chemical to identify the battery, and then you would tell us what travels through the wires, and then what you see or feel or observe with the light bulb. The last page, these are multiple choice questions. Instead of giving you a picture to work with, they're describing it to you, and then you have some choices. On the screen that you're working on up here, there's a toolbar somewhere, and there's like a pen. What they want you to do is use the pen and like circle or mark your answer on the background. So that's a tool that site uses. You're allowed to get a pen and you can make it whatever color you want. So I hope this explanation helps with today's assignment. Again, tomorrow from 9 to 10, I'll have a Google Meet open. If you want to hop on and ask any questions or just observe as I talk to other folks to get some more examples, feel free to join. It's open to any class period.